tonight I want to share with you a couple of things. I want to focus on really what does it take for you to set your champion free. Say, set my champion free.
Set my champion free.
I believe that there's a champion. No matter how big you play, I believe that there's a champion inside each one of us going, ooh, let me out. Ooh, let me out. How many of you guys, you know your champion's like, ooh, when you let me out. Ooh, when you let me out. Don't be scared. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out. You know, for 5 years, I felt my champion. I felt my champion. I felt her, you know, and I would talk myself down. Like my champion said, come on, inspire the world. And I said, why? I got a D in speech. Did you work through there? I mean, how many of you got your negative self-talk argues with your champion? Come on, you guys. One hand, two hands. Yes, yes?
Yes, yes.
You know, I would have my negative self-talk arguing with my champion. You know, my champion was saying, we can inspire the world. And my negative self-talk said, well, I got a D in speech. My champion said, come on, let's write an amazing story. And my negative self-talk said, but you got to fail in English. I didn't do that good in school, y'all. I didn't. I struggled for 12 years. Because I'm a thorough learner, not a fast learner. Yes, yes, anybody like that?
Yes.
You know, I'm not going to get it the first time. About the 5th time, I got you. I'm there, but normally they stop right around the 3rd time. And then, you know, I got to fake it for the rest of the year. So every time my champion would jump out, my negative self-talk would jump out as well. And that relay happens as long as you allow it to happen, as long as you unconsciously don't even know that it's happening. Because we don't even know what's happening. We say, what's wrong? Right? What's wrong? I always get to a certain point and I stop. What's wrong? Yes, yes, we do that, right?
Yes.
So tonight I just want to reveal. I'm gonna tell you the secret. No pun intended. The secret is you have your champion over here and you have your negative self-talk over here feeding your champion lies. Your champion is like, we can inspire the world, and the negative self-talk is like, why? Who? You? Did you realize you got issues? And your champion buys in the fact that I can't have issues and inspire the world.
Yes, yes.
Right. Yes, yes. Thank you. And so we have that conversation, that dialogue coming on until we expose it and take it out. And so tonight I didn't come to rah-rah you all night. I didn't. I didn't come to have you run around the room and all supercharged. I came to have a very soulful conversation with your soul.
Thank you.
To say, what will it take for you to say yes to your greatness? What will it take for you to say yes to your greatness and then don't rescind that yes? Don't take that yes back when we leave and you get scared. Ooh, it was just that night. It was just that night. It was just that night. No. What does it take? That was a 24-hour yes. It's a yes until you run into the next breakdown. It's a yes until you get your heart broken again. It's a yes until you fall and skin your knee. The yes is contingent upon nothing else showing up in your life that goes against it. See, right now it's a conditional yes. And you don't even know the condition. You're like, no, I really want it. Sort of. You can see the condition. Come on, y'all. Yes, yes?
Yes.
Come on, y'all. You got to say yes even when it stings. You can't throw me under the bus by myself now. We had an agreement. Yes, yes?
Yes.
So tonight I just stopped by New York to ask you some questions and maybe reveal some things to you that what if you knew you couldn't fail? What if you got to start the race knowing you were going to win? What if from the moment you played the first play of that game, you knew you had the victory? What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? How big would you play? How fast would you run and just leap?
Yes.
How open would you be? How many people would you tell about your secret called your vision? See, we take our vision and we keep it tucked in. We keep it tucked in just in case it don't work.
Yes.
Like, how many people would you tell if you knew you were going to win? If you knew it was going to work, how outrageous would you be? How on fire would you be? How many nights would you have to make yourself go to sleep? Like, what does it take for you to entertain that level of possibility? What does it take? There's no potion lotion. There's no magic wand. There's no sprinkle fairy dust. It's just you and I. What if I said everything you thought you could do, you can, until you think you can't? Then you can't.
Yes.
Like everything. Like what if? And I say that, and I think I'm very qualified to say it. Because I'm that same little girl who grew up between the Harlem Crip 30s and the Rolling 60s. I'm that same little girl who had 3 fights a week to get home from school. I'm that same little girl who on my best day in school I got a C+. I'm that same little girl whose English teacher told her, "You are the weakest writer I've ever met in my entire life." I'm that same little girl. I'm that same little girl who at 19, I stood in the mirror with a handful of pills, not because I wanted to die, but because I wanted the pain to stop. And if the only way I could get the pain to stop was to die, I was willing to do that too. I'm that same little girl. So I'm qualified to have this conversation with you. And what happens if you would play like you out reckless abandonment like you might win? What would happen? What would happen if you stopped counting the breakdowns and you count the breakthroughs? What would happen? What would happen if you're crazy enough to believe your dream? What would happen? See, I'm that same girl. I'm that same girl that in my mid-20s I had a lot of sex looking for a little love because I hadn't fallen in love with Lisa yet. I'm that same girl. So I can talk about dreams coming realities because there was no sprinkle fairy dust, like I said. There was no magic wand. There was no potion lotion. There was determination. There was the willingness to get back up with bloody knees. So I just stopped by New York to ask you, what are you willing to do? How big are you willing to play? And when will you recognize that your gift has very little to do with you? And it has a lot to do with everyone that might cross your path, whose life you might save and inspire because you played big. You played into the yes, yes. And that your job is to leave a legacy, not a liability. And that you are supposed to serve us by sharing your gift with us at all costs. Even at the cost of getting out of your way. Even if at the cost of not believing that chatter. Just what if? What if you gave your dream a chance? What if you played with reckless abandonment? What if? What if you soared, you leaped, you fell, and you got up, and you soared, you leaped, you fell again, you got up, you soared, you leaped, and you kept soaring? What if? What would happen? How would the world be a different place because you played full out? See, I didn't come by here just to rah-rah you. I stopped by to stir your soul. I stopped by to make your champion, get your champion so excited that it's more difficult to leave it in than to let it out. That's what I stopped by New York to do. Yes, yes? I stopped by to make you comfortably uncomfortable if that's what I need to do, because I need some help. We need some company. Fabulosity and great expectations and sitting in a space where people are admiring and you're inspiring people. There's a lot of space up here. See, Martin Luther King didn't say, I'm going to have a dream by myself. Y'all don't dream. I'm going to handle all that for you. Nelson Mandela didn't say, I'm going to do all the forgiving. Y'all don't worry about it. I'll handle all that for you. Mahatma Gandhi didn't say, I'm going to be the only one to be the change I want to see in the world. Y'all don't worry about it. Mother Teresa didn't say, I'm the only one that's going to feed in the dark of the night when no one's looking. Y'all go ahead and do your buffets. No. See, in the space of greatness, that's the road less traveled. That's the road less traveled. So there's plenty of room for you. And there's plenty of time for you. But you have to move like you're late for work. There's plenty of time, but you got to move like you're late for work. It's a now thing now. Yes, yes?
Yes, yes.
See, like, what's a better time than to stand inside your greatness? Now. What's a better time? What's a better time than play big? What's a better time? Because what I know is that there's someone watching you. And you don't even know they're watching you. I'm going to head to the back, so I want y'all to twist, okay? Head to the back, y'all twist, okay? There's someone watching you. You twist too, all right? And you don't even know they're watching you. See, that's how inspiration is contagious. Someone's just being in your space. They might be 4, 5, 6, 7, 14, getting on your last nerve. But they're watching you. And when you give yourself permission to get back up again and again and again and again, then you silently give them permission to do the same. When you can hurt and hope in the same moment, you've given someone permission to go through some things. See, when you can cry and pray, When you can show unwavering faith, meaning I don't have to see a thing. I know, like I know, like I know how it's supposed to be.
Yes, yes.
That's when you become contagious to somebody. That's when your life in that moment, it doesn't even belong to you. You're the air that they need. And all you're doing is you. When you are willing to get back up one more time, and you know this time it really has nothing to do with me. It's for somebody else looking. I've gotten up like that plenty of times. I got on the plane yesterday. I didn't want to leave my son. I'm a mother first. And I didn't want to leave my baby yesterday. It was just a hard day to leave my boy. For whatever reason, he was quite fine. It was all about me. It was all about me. But I got on that plane yesterday to come here because I knew that I'm at a point where my life's mission is bigger than me. That someone here tonight needed to hear something that will be said tonight. When you move to the place of full-on service, and you're willing to get up when you want to lay down, you're willing to forgive when you want to hold grudges, you're willing to ask for forgiveness when you want to be stubborn, you're willing to apologize when you've done wrong, when you're willing to do whatever it takes, that's when you said no matter what. Yes, yes? That's when you said, I want my life to be a legacy, not a liability. I want to leave my fingerprint on this world. That the dash in between my birthday and my transition day will have changed the planet. I'm going to do something with my dash.
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes?
Yes.
That's when you don't wonder how, you don't wonder if, you don't wonder when, you just know it's so. You don't have to have the details. You don't have to know who's going to be there with you. Well, I thought he would be there with me. If he wasn't meant to be there with you, he won't. That every part of your life was purposeful. And if someone isn't going to add value to you, move you forward, then the universe will completely move them out of your space. With your permission or not.